What's poppin', chat? How are we doing? So, we are finally live for the first time in a while. I'm in my new place. What do we think of The Office? My hair's completely messed up. I'm sorry. Hunter. I can't believe you haven't streamed since last year. My bad. My bad. You know, it's funny because like that actually is quite impressive. It has been over 2 weeks since I last streamed. You know, I get like the whole, oh, I haven't showered since last year, but unironically, it has been a minute. Has actually been a minute. But how are we doing, everyone? So here's the cool thing. Currently, I'm live on YouTube, but I'm also live on YouTube Shorts, and I kind of want to check that out for myself because I've never seen how it looks on YouTube Shorts. Moxie boosted. Let me see. Where's the vertical stream? No, how do I get to the vertical stream? I want to see the vertical stream, bro. Is anyone here in the vertical stream? How do I check that? I literally don't know how to get to my own vertical stream. Because they added the option for you to stream vertically at the same time. So I'm technically on YouTube Shorts as well, right? But at the moment, I don't know how to find it. I can't check the YouTube Shorts stream. I don't know. Maybe it's like just one thing. Maybe it's one chat. If anyone here is watching in the YouTube Shorts chat, let me know. But yeah, I haven't showered in 5 years. So real, Mango. So real. We're going to go ahead and begin. I am using Keldeo today. We're also using Cobalion, but we're going to use Keldeo first. And it's going to be a little bit of a shorter stream because I just don't have that much time tonight. All right. So Keldeo is cool. Usually... Oh, and thank you so much, Silver PG, for the resub. Usually, you want to use Focus Blast in a Pokemon in this game because Focus Blast is so strong, and it doesn't have like the downsides that it does in the main series games, where it's like just really unreliable. Is that better? I can't get over my hair being messed up right now. It doesn't have like the issues it has in the main series games with it being like super unreliable. So yeah, now. Oh wait, hold on. Sorry, chat. Give me just a second because I just realized. I have to do this. Hold on. I have to do this because when I go full screen here, my face cam does show up. Okay. When I come full screen here, my face cam doesn't show up, so I have to be able to do that. All right. Webcam group. How do I turn you on? Vertical sources. Webcam. It says it's turned on. Oh, but it's below everything. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second. It's below the Elgato. There we go. Now I gotta move both of these over. Okay. All right, and now the webcam. Okay, it's fixed now. I'm gonna start over my recording. All right. So. You can get Keldeo? Yes, you can. Okay, chat. Let's begin again. Okay. Today, Fortnite crew, we are using Keldeo. Because Keldeo is quite interesting in this game. Keldeo has a few things going for it. Mainly the fact that it has a Secret Sword, which is a special attack that hits things on their physical side of their defenses. Basically, it is fighting type Psyshock. As you can see here, 85 base power. Use your attacks by slashing the target with a long horn. The odd power contained in the horn deals physical damage to targets. But it uses the special attack stat. So, comes out fairly quick. That being said, I feel like I'm going to miss having Focus Blast. Focus Miss, call it that. But still, I do want to try this out first. Maybe Secret Sword isn't that bad. Keldeo has pretty good movement speed, all things considered. So we're going to do that. It's also got access to Hydro Pump, Ice Beam, and Earth Power. So it's kind of a coverage machine. In a way, Keldeo is just better Clawitzer. Because before, the Pokemon that Clawitzer was competing with in the new batch of Pokemon was Tatsugiri. But now, it's Keldeo. And unlike Tatsugiri, it's not a Mega Pokemon. So it's actually like real competition. There we go. My hair is a little bit better now. I really got to comb my hair. All right. But yeah, we're gonna be running this guy on. What team do I want to run it on? What team do I want to run you on? Let's go with. Let's remove you. Remove you. Loki, I could just do that. I'm gonna continue to use Armrouge. Armrouge is a broken Pokemon, and I'm gonna milk it as long as I can. I think final Pokemon. We can get away with Garchomp, and someone in the comments is gonna be like, "Yeah, you're using all the broken Pokemon." Heck yeah, I am, dude. Heck yeah, I'm using all the broken Pokemon. What are you using the bad Pokemon on purpose, dork? Why don't you stack your money? Okay. All right. Let's begin. Also, I'm gonna try something. We're gonna add a goal. If we hit 5 super chats, nay, 10 super chats at $5 or higher in the next hour, we will do end stream with viewer battles. I'm just gonna do that. $10 super chats. We'll do that. All right. Or 10 $5 super chats rather. Because I know you guys liked the viewer battles before. You know, I want to keep that open. Also, I want to give a shout out to my friend Jake, who got me access to this Keldeo and Cobalion, and frankly, every other Pokemon I'm using. He's been really goated for that. Moxie only uses legendary Fortnite skins. True. All right, let's see. Metagross for Alligator and you. I'm just gonna open on a Hydro Pump. Okay, I'm not gonna hit that. That's my bad. I'm stupid. Sorry. Are you AFK? I hate these AFK guys. Ice Beam. Cool. I stole that KO. I did not earn that one. All right, let's switch to you. Oh my god, that Shadow Sneak goes crazy. Marshallow's got to be crazy in this, right? Dragon Rush. That sucks. Go for the Meteor Beam. Can you land on that, please? Psychic. Thanks. I'm gonna ignore you for now. Woo. Okay, let's get out of there. Oh, I'm still weak. Hold on. That was dumb of me. All right. Get out of there. Okay, you know what? I will take this. I'm not above. Okay. All right. I guess I am above it because I'm gonna get KO'd. Keep you out. Why do people even AFK in this game, bro? It's so boring. Get me out. Okay, this was really dumb of me to do that. It's also a really rough lobby for me, frankly. Psychic, can I get this off? No, I didn't get it off. All right, let's get out of there. Dragon Rush. Earthquake should get you. Not enough. Oh my god. All right, get out of there. Had the right idea, just not aiming in the right direction. Go for Heat Wave. Yeah, that sucks. You know, I'm gonna aim for a Meteor Beam and just see if I can get everyone in this general vicinity. Heat Wave, that'll get you. Nice. Psychic. I'm Focus Sash, bro. Don't mess with me. Heat Wave, let me get another one. Let me just steal the second place. Nice switch. I don't have a switch. Okay. Okay. AFK is so boring. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know how anyone would make the argument that it's not boring. You're just not playing the game, you know? A Psychic. Hold on, can I steal this? All right. Second place. Zeraora is better than Keldeo. Zeraora is an industry plant. Zeraora is the industry plant Pokemon. Can't convince me otherwise. All right. By the way, if anyone here is watching the stream on the YouTube Shorts stream, let me know, because I have no idea how that works. And I can't get to it. I can't physically get to the YouTube Shorts stream, but supposedly we're dual streaming. Supposedly we're dual streaming. Do you have any more VGC content? Yeah, I'm gonna try to do some VGC videos this week before I leave for Toronto. I'll probably just have my Toronto team in a video that's like scheduled to go up the day after I get back. All right. What on earth is a YouTube Shorts stream? So if you go to YouTube Shorts, there is a non-zero chance you'll be watching my video. Where do I get this off? Yo, switch. Okay, well, I don't want to fight you anymore. Get me out of here. Come on, Keldeo. Come on, Keldeo. You can make it. All right. What does do with a sacred sword? Or secret sword, rather. Yeah. Oh my god, that didn't KO. Keldeo's a little underwhelming. You know what's an industry plant? Umbreon. I don't know about Umbreon. I feel like Umbreon's earned its like its respect, you know? I think people just genuinely like Umbreon. Let me Hydro Pump into this group. Not a single KO. Okay, we did get a KO. All right, cool, cool. I couldn't access the YouTube Shorts stream. Apparently, we're live on YouTube Shorts. But I can't confirm it. That did not KO. All right, well, I'm Sash, so goodbye. Switching to you. I'm gonna Swords Dance. Oh god, they're hyper beaming. I don't think it'd work as much as you think. I mean, I know it's not going to work so well, but at the very least on YouTube Shorts, you are able to see the entire... You're able to see the like most of the battle. Like, I can see what they see on YouTube Shorts right now. I just can't confirm that we're actually live. Let me see. Yeah, it looks fine on YouTube Shorts. Like, you can't really super duper tell like what Pokemon we're using at all times, but it's more meant to be like a, hey, if you like this, you should click through, you know? That KOs, right? No, okay. You can kind of tell what's going on. I mean, like, my commentary comes through and everything. It's fine. It's fine. I played you in a Limitless tour and didn't play well. Yeah, I bet, bro. I bet. No, I'm joking. I wouldn't remember, frankly. But, you know, that's the funny thing about, like, being a YouTuber, is that you meet a lot of people, and this isn't meant to be, like, mean or, like, full of myself. This is just, like, the fact of the matter. You meet a lot of people, right? And every one of those people will be, like, I met you at this place in this time on this specific day, and I was wearing this and that, and like they wonder if you remember them. And most of the time the answer is no, because of the sheer volume of people that you end up meeting. You know, if I remembered everyone that I ever met or everyone that I ever played against in a tournament, my brain would not have room for anything else. At a VGC tournament, I meet like well over 200 people, and they're not all fans. You know, they're not all there to meet me because I make YouTube videos. They're there for the tournament, but I do meet them, you know? Okay, I'm looking at the YouTube live stream. Doesn't look that bad. Trying to watch it in 1080p, see how it looks. All right. Oh, come on. Do you think this KO's? Probably not, right? Oh, it lived on one. It might be Sash. It might be Sash. All right, let's keep Armorage out. Psychic. Are you gonna knock off? All right, Masterful Gambit, Mr. Musk. Secret Sword. Oh, I'm dead. Charge P2 is so good, dude. It's so bulky, it's like really easy to get it off. Alright, bye Eviolite. Bye Porygon. Shout out to that guy who just removed the Eviolite for me, that was awesome. Alright, Secret Sword. Oh, come on. Go for a Psychic onto you because I might be able to pick up 2 KOs. Oh, come on. Heat Wave. Alright, Psychic. Don't whiff this. Don't whiff this, bro. Alright. Switch back into you on the Thunderbolt. I might be able to get away with the Dragon Rush, but I really doubt it. Oh, I did get away with it. Poison Jab, even though I'm dead. Switch into Keldeo. That's not gonna do anything, but maybe, just maybe, I thaw out. Come on, Keldeo. Read the Luigi. Oh my god, we actually thawed. Thank you for becoming a member. Dude, shout out to everyone who becomes a member. If you don't know, by becoming a member, you get access to a bunch of cool stuff. Like the Discord server where we chill and team build and stuff. Oh my god, come on, bro. But yeah. I can chat now, nice. Yeah. You could have also waited like 10 minutes. I think it's like a 10-minute wait to chat. But I appreciate the enthusiasm of just becoming a member. Alright, Heat Wave. Oh, okay. Surely this gets him. Yeah. Ice Beam. Crap. Alright, let's swap. Solar Beam. It's so funny that like Solar Beam comes out faster than Ice Beam. Like, why does that come out so fast? There's no reason that you come out that fast. Hey, thank you so much, Reed. Appreciate you. I definitely have to build back up the streaming audience. I have been inactive for so long that, like, there are just not many people in stream today. I mean, we got 30 people on Twitch and we got, like, 50 people on YouTube. So, I'll just go live more. Also, what just happened? What was that? Bren, the boss, thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate you. If you don't know, I should really drop that Discord invitation. We are bringing back viewer tournaments this month, or member tournaments, and that's because I got rid of them for a while because like we just had low attendance. But now that Champions is coming out, I do want to make sure that we're like getting into that. So let's generate a new link. If you guys want to join, and thank you so much for sending the membership, Leafy Green. I appreciate you. If you guys want to join, make sure your Discord is connected to your YouTube account. And you'll be able to join that Discord and get full access to everything. But you need to make sure that it's connected, otherwise it won't work. Like, you'll be able to join, but you won't have access to every channel. Thank you so much for supporting, guys. I just want, you know, I wasn't going to bring this up because it is, I feel like it's cliche, but I think transparency is good. YouTube is my full-time job. But what you need to know that a lot of people don't talk about on YouTube is that, oh, this isn't going to hit very hard because it's physical defense. January is like the worst month ever to be a full-time YouTuber. So like all the support that I get this month is just like super duper appreciated. Like whether it's a view, a share, or anything, like January is like the low earning month where I'm like pinching my pennies. So you guys are absolutely goated for all the help. I just want to let you know I appreciate you. Come on. Oh, did we just get flinched by waterfall? Oh my god. We got flinched by waterfall. That's crazy. I think this Dragon Rush gets you. No, okay. That's insane how little that did. Come on. Crap. That's fine. Surely. Go Gadget Focus Sash. Okay, I got bonked in the head from behind. I think memberships should count towards the super chat. I straight up can't make them, but if we get 10 members today, I'll just do it anyways. I straight up can't combine them. Like, it's not built into YouTube natively, but I will just, like, honor that if you guys want to do 10 members. We'll do viewer battles. Poison Jab should get you, right? Oh, it did not get him. Yeah, I'll just honor it, because I know how many we got today. Can I set a member goal? Is that a thing? I don't think I can. Are you Yachi Berry or Focus Sash? It doesn't matter because you're surviving anyways. Alright, let's go for the Earthquake onto you. Swap. I'm gonna go for the Solar Beam because that's actually the fastest move I got. Oh, you're kidding me. That didn't connect. Oh, okay. I'm so close to getting first, but I have to like be careful. Alright, Dragon Rush should get you. Yeah, it did nothing. Plus Earthquake. I'm getting owned. Alright, looks like Steezy's gonna take it. Try to connect my YouTube to my Discord. It should be on Discord side. It should be in your Discord settings and not the other way around. Armourouge is good in this format. Armourouge is arguably the best Pokemon in this format. Alright. Continue battling. Yeah, like I think the top 3 in the game right now are Armourouge, Porygon Z, and Garchomp. But I might be wrong. I do want to do like a metagame update video. I'm probably going to collab with someone to get that done. My hair's so messed up. This Magearna. Hey, Genesect. What do you have? Technoblast? That is electric. Okay, let's get out of there. Alright, you should drop to a Meteor Beam, so I'm actually just going to Meteor Beam you from here. Oh, I'm going to hit the tree, aren't I? Come on. Okay, that's fine. I'll take it, because that means I can just Solar Beam you. I meant to plus Solar Beam, but I didn't have the meter. Are you kidding me? You're joking. There's no way. Okay. It was just barely out of range. Earthquake. Alright. Let's... Okay. That's insane how close that was to actually hitting. Oh, hey, buddy. Let's just Psychic you. Yeah, you clearly didn't have a switch, and there was no reason to do it the other way. Can you not flinch me? Crap. Okay. Got out of there. Still don't win that 1v1 though. Going to Keldeo. I'll take you on at least if I'm careful. Hydro Pump. Come on, Keldeo. Nice. Alright, let's just switch to Armourouge at our earliest convenience. See if I can get this heat wave off. Probably not. Ooh, maybe. No, not before the other guy gets his. But, hold on, can I get... I didn't plus it. And the other guy gets his solar beam. Oh my god. Okay, I'm getting owned by this Charizard who's clicking their moves 1 second quicker than I am. Alright, Keldeo, the least you can do is just annihilate this guy. I should have just Ice Beamed. Sacred Surge again. Okay, well, the other guy got him. Oh my gosh, I'm getting owned. Alright, at least I get this plus solar beam. Oh, he Sash? Alright, still won the exchange, but Sash Swampert's crazy work. That is actually crazy work. Oh, jeez. Come on, can I secure a second? No one jump ahead of me, please. Alright, secured a second place. All right. Keldeo, not bad. Not bad. We're going to go ahead and switch over to Go-Goat. But before I can do Go-Goat, not Go-Goat, what am I saying? I keep calling it Go-Goat because it's a goat, because these are all goats. Before I switch over to Cobalion, I need to get Seeds of Mastery because I've finally run out of them. Finally. That being said, I could also just try this. Let me see if I can just master a bunch of moves with rare candies. Any? Oh, all of them. Cool. All right, let's do it. Apparently, the rare candy solves everything. Let's go ahead and throw him here. I'm thinking for Cobalion, we probably want Swampert. Swampert's quite good. We'll do Cobalion, Swampert, and who should I use? Haven't used Heatran in a minute, but then we'd have 2 steel types. What are we thinking, chat? Porygon Z? I could just switch it. No, because we already have the Life Orb taken. What are we thinking, chat? Could do a Mega. But which Mega? Which Mega do I want to use? What if I did Bax? What if I did Bax? Technically speaking, I should really just go with Armourouge again, but yeah, just go Armourouge again. Mega Crab. We'd have 2 fighting types and they're both weak to fighting though. Why do I have the Tatsugiri on you? You know what? We'll use Chandelure because it's been a minute. I gotta get the right Mega Stone on it though. Actually, the Focus Sash is free. We'll just Sash our Chandelure. Alright. And Cobalion. Okay, so we're using Delicious James. Thanks for the raid. I didn't notice. Sorry about that. Didn't notice it. But we're using Cobalion now. No megas? Honestly, like, no megas is fine in ranked. It's totally fine. Alright. So we're using Life Orb Cobalion. The reason we're doing it is because Cobalion got buffed. Sacred Sword is a thing. It gives you an attack boost immediately. That allows us to immediately follow up with an Iron Head, even though that definitely won't connect. More likely than not, we'll just be going for Sacred Sword into, like, close combat or bounce. And while I used a Focus Sash on Terrakion, and a lot of people were telling me, why didn't you use Head Smash on Terrakion? It's because I wanted to use Sacred Sword, and I wanted to use the Focus Sash, and I didn't think I wanted to use Head Smash on a Focus Sash. I could have, though, to be honest. That was on me. We have to run the Life Orb on Cobalion, frankly, and the reason for that is because Cobalion doesn't have an attack stat. It has a 90 attack stat. That is really bad. That's super duper bad, just so you know. But it at least gets decent coverage in bounce. You know, we'll be able to do something. I could put Stone Edge on there as a way to deal with opposing what's it called? As a way to deal with opposing Armarouge, and that might not be the worst option. And maybe I should do that, but bounce is good into, well, not many Pokemon actually. You know, let's just put Stone Edge. Now that I think about it, maybe I do want to put Stone Edge on you. Hold on. You learn Stone Edge, right? You do. Okay. Maybe no bounce. Yeah, it's good Charizard coverage too. Does it learn Iron Tail? I don't believe it learns Iron Tail. I don't even think it gets a tail, dude. And like I said, I have no Seeds of Mastery, but apparently this will do it. Okay, apparently that won't do it. Do I have one? Okay. Give me a second. I'm pausing the recording so we can go do this, but I have to go KO a Pokemon. Hold on, where are you? Where's that stupid Salamence? Where's that silly Salamence? Here he is. Alright, Salamence, if you don't drop a freaking Seed of Mastery, I'm gonna explode. Oh, I apparently don't have super effective moves for you. Okay. I actually just don't even have moves to hit you with this guy. That's on me. Alright, give me that Seed of Mastery, bro. Matter of fact, get in the Pokeball. Humiliation. Alright, come on. I guess we'll go visit your neighbor. You, surely you. Surely you will give me the Seed of Mastery, right? Alright. And you know what? You get in the Pokeball too. Alright, now give me a Seed of Mastery. There we go. Okay. I had like a really bad luck streak. For those of you who weren't here, I had a really bad luck streak. And I was not able to get a Seed of Mastery for like five like alpha Pokemon in a row. And I eventually just said, you know what? It's just, I have bad luck and I won't get it. And then I gave up. And I like didn't use mastered moves for like 3 videos in a row out of protest. More people should start calling everything they dislike utter woke nonsense. I do think that macro image is really funny. That angry British guy in like in the alley, he goes utter woke nonsense. That's low key what happens like when I use rest and the opponent clicks uproar. When you use uproar to counter Amoonguss' Spore and the Amoonguss is like utter woke nonsense. Or like when you go to like a really fancy coffee bar that uses like really woody and like old-fashioned sort of stuff for like its like decor, and you go utter bespoke nonsense, you know? Okay. Now that we're done talking about utter bespoke nonsense and we got our Cobalion trained up, we can start laddering. Okay. I say laddering the loose definition of laddering, because as we're all aware, there's no such thing as laddering in this game. So, yeah. Also, I thought I recorded 30 minutes worth of freaking Keldeo. Apparently I recorded like 24. So that's on me. My bad. I did not record 30 minutes of Keldeo. It was 20 something, so. We'll be live streaming until, like, you know, give it another... How long has this video been so far? 2 minutes? 27? 30 minutes from now, 28 minutes. Like, 8:15. We'll be streaming until like 8:15 because I have a friend coming over afterwards and we're going to watch WWE. Because, yes, I do watch WWE. I'm a child. All right. Possibly the most terrifying set of Pokemon to go up against here. I'm going to Sacred Sword because I think they're going to switch. They're not going to switch. Can I Iron Head you? Aaron earned an Iron Earn. Thank you. Aaron earned an Iron Earn. Okay, he dropped. Also, you're not as AFK as I thought you were. And I don't have Solar Beam on this dude, so... Oopsie. That might be bad, not having Solar Beam. Go for the Earthquake. Plus Earthquake. Okay, that's on me. Oh, hello, Virizion. Let's get out of there. Heat Wave. Okay, that didn't work. Calm Mind up. I'm Sash. I can take a hit. Got a ball. Oh, he's trying to line up the Collat. No. Okay. I think I'm going to drop Protect for Solar Beam in a minute here. The Solar Beam's so good, dude. Alright, hold on. Managed to get away with that. Let's switch. Heat Wave. I'm Focus Sash. I can take this. I'm really wishing I had Solar Beam right now. Gonna go for the Sacred Sword. Miss, but I get the attack boost, which means we can follow up with an Iron Head into a Sacred Sword, and then miss the KO because someone else took it. I'm gonna Calm Mind up. All right, I'm totally getting owned here. I really miss. Hold on, Shadow Ball. Okay, thank you. I was gonna say, I really miss having Solar Beam. I wish I had Armor Rouge, but I decided to spice things up for chat. They get mad when they don't see their variety slop. Oh, this is times for resisted. Let's do a Hyperspace Battle Zone, bro. Which... Wait, for what? What was the point of the Hyperspace Battle? We'll never see it coming. Stone Edge, go! Alright, and then plus close combat. Does this get you a +1? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Cobalion Gaming. That's my new YouTube channel, Cobalion Gaming. You should check it out at www.youtube.com/Cobalion Gaming. Alright. We win. Nice. You know, one of my favorite competitive teams I've ever made had a Cobalion on it. It was back in Dynamax era, which is how you know it was garbage, because that format sucked. I ran a Weakness Policy Dragapult next to Indeedee, Thievul, and Life Orb Cobalion. And the Thievul was Psychic Seed. And there's still videos of this somewhere, I think. But effectively what I would do... Let me get Solar Beam on this guy. What I would do, and I qualified for Players Cup with this, I would lead off Indeedee and Thievul, and then I would switch in either Dragapult or Cobalion, depending on what was appropriate for like the matchup. And then I would click side beat up, and beat up would do nothing. It would do nothing to either of these Pokemon, but it would activate a +4 attack boost on Cobalion, or it would just activate weakness policy on Dragapult, and then I would Dynamax and sweep with both of them with Max Airstream. It was just whichever one was necessary for the occasion. So yeah, that was a set that I ran back in ye old. All right, we gotta plus that. Finally in the server. Yay, Bren. All right, we got Solar Beam now. It was kind of funny. For those of you who weren't around for like the 2014, 2015 era of Pokemon YouTube, it almost seemed like you had to have a mascot. And like nowadays, you don't really need a mascot, you know, but there are some people with like the most desperate of mascots ever. I saw a guy whose mascot was freaking, or not even just a mascot, but like you would have to like have a mascot, and some people would even like name themselves after their mascot. So like you would integrate the Pokemon's name into your YouTube channel, and I even did that before it was Moxie boosted. It was the Head Honchkrow. But we also had people like Haluchamp. That was like one guy, and we had like I guess Game Boy Luke isn't really like named after a Pokemon, but even though it's like Rotom, I think Rotom's appropriate for him, you know. But I always thought it was really funny just how mandatory that seemed at the time. Can I Shadow Ball you? Probably not, right? Oh, yes, I can. Thank you, Focus Sash. All right, Porygon Z. Surely you don't have a matchup into me, right? Post combat. You don't have a matchup, but Garchomp don't really need a matchup, do he? Ice Punch. Ooh, I am... Okay, no, I'm not getting Freeze Dried. To be honest, I think we are living in the best era of Pokemon YouTube. And the reason I say that is because, and I am tooting my own horn with this one, but like the videos that come out these days are actually good and interesting. It's not just like 18,000 Nuzlocks, you know? Because I feel like everyone just did a Nuzlocke at some point. It was like, oh, what do I do? Well, I'm a Pokemon YouTuber. I have to do a Nuzlocke. Me, I tried a Nuzlocke. It wasn't for me. It wasn't that it was too hard. I was just bored out of my mind. But like there was a point where it was just Nuzlocks, and like it was either you were the ranked competitive guy and you would do like, you know, battles against your friends, or you would be the Nuzlocke guy and you would do Nuzlocks. And then when the Nuzlocks got old, they would do really funny things where it's like, okay, well, this is actually, it's not a regular Nuzlocke, it's a whole new type of Nuzlocke. This is the world's first Pokemon ROM hack 8-player simultaneous Nuzlocke. And I'm like, I don't know who wanted to see this, frankly. Like, you're fans, clearly, because you want to watch it, you know, for the YouTuber you're watching. But I always thought that was funny. It was like, okay, well, at some point we have to, like, drop the Nuzlocke thing, right? Like, we got to do something else. You know, there's other videos that can be made. So I think that's, like, the point where, like, Pokemon YouTube really kind of stepped it up, and now it's just, like, everyone just makes video essays, which is also kind of funny, because sometimes the video essays, like mine, kind of suck. But I will say, like, the base quality of a Pokemon YouTube channel in 2025 is leagues higher than, like, the base quality of a Pokemon YouTube channel in 2015. And it's not close. Like, even the lazier channels today are, like, just really good in comparison to that era. And that era wasn't bad, it's just different, you know, like people want different things now. And I think now we got like a million different Nuzlocke channels, so now we can do something else. Yeah, now we're in the tier slop era. The tier slop era is fine, you know. Shiny hunting still going strong. That's the thing with shiny hunting. I feel like shiny hunting content isn't really about the shiny. It feels more like just a just chatting stream, you know. Barely inching away from that meter, beam me through life. Yeah. I think one of my favorite like observations I've ever made about old Pokemon YouTube is that there were people who would do like that era's equivalent of tier slop, but that era's equivalent of tier slop was the lost art of the top 10. You do a top 10 video where it's like, here are the top 10 dark types, you know? And like everyone's thumbnails looked the same for some reason. I feel like we all, like, not we, because I wasn't like active in that era, but I feel like they all had like the exact same thumbnail artist. Which some people will say like, but Mr. Boosted, your thumbnails look like everyone else's. Like, wrong. My thumbnails look like Point Crows and Point Crows alone, and Point Crow don't make them. Point Crow don't make Pokemon videos like as often as like dedicated Pokemon channels, you know? And the reason they look like Point Crows is because Point Crow, you know, has the same thumbnail artist as me. But to toot my own horn, I hired her first. I said, oh, Eugen, you make excellent thumbnails. Come make my thumbnails. And then you know what? She did, and it was awesome. And now we make money on YouTube. Oh, he's totally gonna... Okay, no, we're fine. Earthquake. Oh! I didn't know that Volcanion learned Solar Beam. I learned something today. Should I seek employment? Yes. Yes. That's just like a general rule of thumb. If you're not employed, you should probably be employed. And it's not necessarily like a Moxie boosted thinks everyone should be working forever. It's more like a you're like 24, and I think your parents would appreciate it if you could be a little more independent. Like, even if like you're not able to be as independent as other people due to some outstanding circumstance, I think they'd appreciate at least like the effort, you know. Your parents do a lot for people, you know, and I think that like showing them the fruits of their labor by like, you know, going out and doing your best in society is typically like a good way to say thank you, you know. Because like at the end of the day, what do parents want more than like to see their kids succeed? So, you know, do your best for your parents, everyone. You get a nice wholesome lesson on the Moxie boosted Pokemon live stream. Oh, that's stupid. I should have done Stone Edge. Okay, well, I'm 14 and even Taco Bell don't hire 14. Okay, well, if you're 14, then why are you asking if you should seek employment? You know, at that point, no, go do what 14-year-old... What do 14-year-olds do today? Go play, like, Friday Night Funkin' or something. I don't know. Go leave mean comments on Pokemon YouTuber channels. Don't cosplay being employed, you know? Like, that's... You know, you're stealing my culture. I say is like the most unemployed employed person of all time. You know, I turned on the face cam the other day for the first time in a while, and someone said you look very employable, and I'm like, I can't tell if that's like a jab at me being a full-time YouTuber or if they're just saying you look like a respectable young adult. I can't tell. I genuinely can't tell if that's like an insult now, because I feel like it felt like an insult. Like, I would love to employ you. I'm like, thank you, I guess. I don't know. Do some private battles. How many? Actually, I probably don't even have time today because I have a friend coming over at 8:30. I got like 15 more minutes in this video, but we'll be streaming again tomorrow a little bit earlier. We'll do longer stream, you know. I know what you're thinking, Mr. Boosted. A second Diet Coke? Wrong. A second Coke Mini. Because the Diet Coke Minis are really small, so I'm effectively having Yeah, it's only got half the calories of a Diet Coke, so I'm technically losing weight. No. Oh, I literally can't hit you, dude. I feel like I'm about to get close combated. Oh, there it is. Although I want you all to know that, like, when tax season comes around, I don't want you to get, like, surprised by this. We will be having a Moxie boosted needs to pay his taxes subathon. And, like, it will be played for laughs, but it is unironically, like, I have to pay my taxes. So probably in, like, February, we'll do the Moxie boosted pays his taxes subathon. Because let me tell you something. I know I love Honchkrow, but unlike Al Capone, I would not dare challenge the Illinois IRS. You know, they got Al Capone. I don't know why I said unlike Al Capone, I would not, because I'm smart. Because Al Capone was stupid and he challenged the Illinois IRS. You don't fight the IRS. The Joker wouldn't even fight the IRS. Go look it up. My first year on YouTube, my biggest regret was not saving up for tax season. I got completely annihilated during tax season my first year as a YouTuber. Let's do this. I'm gonna open up with Sacred Sword because that means that I can follow it up with, that's right, close combat. Wait, that's not who I was aiming for. Hold on. Did I just close combat? I just close combated the Marshadow. The IRS is woke nonsense. I mean, from the perspective that they fund social programs, if you want to, like, you know, be against social programs and, like, free healthcare and stuff, like, yeah, like, you know, it is pretty woke. You know, I think that's typically considered a good thing, you know. Free childcare, utter woke nonsense. All right. You're 14. I didn't even know what woke meant. To be fair, woke is sort of a co-opted word. Woke was originally used in the black community to refer to people who are aware of, like, their social standing and like the situation that, like, minorities and like basically just like an understanding of, like, power structures and stuff, right? Knowing that, like, there are certain, like, powers trying to keep you down if you're, like, of a certain minority or class in the United States and the world broadly. And then it got co-opted to mean, like, anything progressive, like, and it wasn't even co-opted by, like, progressive. It was co-opted by, like, people who didn't like, oh, this is woke, you know. That's so, I mean, like, the original meaning has been used for years, you know, decades, but, you know, it's, like, not used the same way it's always been used. Now it's, like, frankly a meme, and that's kind of sad, you know. It used to be kind of like a cool, you know, thing to understand. I guess not really cool to understand. It's just like, if you understood it, you understood it. And that usually, like, was you know, that would usually, like, correlate with, like, your, you know, understanding of just broad social structure. You know, I don't know. I'm not gonna talk about it, but you guys get what I mean, right? You guys don't come here for politics. You just end up with it. My bad. I saw people call this game woke. Yeah, that's the funny thing. It's like, yeah, woke used to like have like a pretty like important meaning and referred to like, you know, social structures and like oppression and stuff, and like now it just means like Elden Ring. It means Elden Ring. Okay, let's see if I can. Actually, I'm gonna take advantage of my focus sash here. Get this free one off, and then we'll switch into my AV guy. Go for the earthquake. Got him. I appreciate being able to talk politics. I mean, like, that's, I don't know. I feel like I have a pretty good, I was pretty politically active for a while. I'm still quite politically active, but like, I don't really like talk about it much on like my platforms, because like you guys come here for Pokemon, and like if it comes up naturally in the conversation, I'm not gonna shy away from it, you know. But like it's not my job. You know, there's some people who are like, it's your job as a content creator to like educate people on these sort of things. Well, actually, no, it's my job as a content creator to use like skip loom and ranked battles. But like, if it comes up, yeah, I'll tell you. You know, I'll talk to you about politics. Like that, right there, right there. I just did like some utter woke nonsense and got 3 KOs. You know. Kind of wish I had bounce now. This has been the most unhinged stream so far. I'm so sorry that like we came back from like a month of like stream hiatus only for me to like do this on stream. The woke Swampert stream. Yeah. That's funny. I might end up unemployed. I'm sitting at a 3.4 freshman year of high school. I'm gonna be so for real. I think that there's like 2 perspectives on this sort of thing, right? And they're both wrong. There's like people who are like, high school is everything. You need to get like an incredible GPA. By the way, 3.4 GPA is actually pretty great for high school. I'm just saying. You need to be perfect in high school or you'll never get a job. You'll never get into college, you know? That's not true. You can do pretty awful in high school, and as long as you graduate, you'll be able to get into like community college, and like that's more than enough to secure yourself a job. No one cares where you went to college. They care like what you did and like if you had good grades in college, and sometimes not even that. And then there's like the other side of the spectrum that's like, school don't matter. Like, you know, Mango had like the worst take on this I've ever heard. Like Mango, the streamer for like Melee, like there's like a clip of him saying like, yeah, I just didn't show up to, I think you should play video games all day, you know, like I did whatever I wanted all the time, and like I turned out fine. First of all, you're not Mango, you're like a 14-year-old who likes esports. There's a big difference. You know, so Mango had an awful take, and I also think like believing that like having an incredible GPA in high school is like necessary to do good, like I think that's a bad take. I might do YouTube for a living, however, I usually don't show this. I guess I could show this. Where's my award? Oh wait, this is my award. Okay. So this is a plaque I got for research I did in undergrad. I have a physics degree. I talk about it here and there. I went to college for physics, and I did research, and I had a publication that I like am credited in for the Journal of Applied Physics. It was for nanopatterning aluminum oxide materials using sequential infiltration synthesis inside pattern polymers. What that is, frankly, I don't even remember what we did with it. But it was small and it was cool and it helped me get a job. That being said, what I do now did not require any of that. I did get a job that I liked for a little bit out of college, and that was fun. I had like a 9 to 5 and like it was fun. I just didn't find it super fulfilling. And my YouTube channel that I did all throughout college was taking off. So I decided to do that instead because it made me happier. And now I don't always feel happy when I do YouTube videos. Sometimes I get like pretty sad and lonely because it is a very lonely field, frankly. And I'm very much an extrovert and I wish I could hang out with more people. But regardless of that, I think that as long as you find a job that you're happy doing, you shouldn't stress yourself out too much on your way to that. You know, you should just kind of do your best in whatever you're doing to get to that position that you want to be in. And you might not know what you want to do initially. You know, I thought I wanted to be a physicist, tried it, wasn't for me. And then like in the long run, I found something that I like really enjoyed doing, but I was so stressed every day. Like I need to pass my quantum physics exam. I need to do this. Even in high school, I was like, oh my God, my GPA is so bad, I'll never get into college. But I mean, like you'll always find where you could work, and like low key, like even if you have like incredible grades, you might not even like the job that you end up with, you know? Sorry, that's like a really long tangent. That's a really long tangent. And I feel like I said nothing. I feel like I said nothing of like import that like you couldn't figure out by talking to like your uncle, you know, but I wanted to like at least address that. Because if there's someone in chat that's like, oh my God, my GPA sucks in high school, I'll be like, look, do your best in high school. You know, you never know what you're going to end up needing it for, but like it isn't actually the end of the world. But you should always like continue to do your best. Like I don't want you going to your parents and being like, oh, Moxie Boosted told me high school doesn't matter. That's not what I said. Not even close to what I said. I think the audio desyncs. Let me fix that. That is not even close to what I said. High school still completely matters. Just don't stress out too much if you don't have to. I think that like the thing that I've always dealt with, my number one issue in life is I am someone who worries and stresses and like is always concerned about what's going to happen next. And I think that the less that I do that while still maintaining a grasp on the importance of my future, the happier of a person I've become. Because like, does the future matter? Quite a bit. It's the only thing that matters in a lot of situations. But I have to remember that like there's always going to be things out of my control. And there's going to be things that seem important in the moment that really aren't. Also, I want you all to know that as much as I'm saying this to you guys, oh my God, this Garchomp's destroying this lobby. As much as I'm saying this to you guys, I'm definitely saying it to myself more than anybody. All right, nice little double there. Let's see if we can buff Cobalion. This is the most unhinged stream of all time. I am just saying... we're talking about literally anything today. Okay, I'm gonna close combat you. Can't run from that, dork. Thank you for the 38 bits. Oh my gosh. Oh, I didn't even get that off. All right, well, we got a second place. All right. This has been the most weirdly introspective live stream I've ever done for no reason. All I did today was just chat about like light politics and then like the importance of enjoying your day more than anything and like not worrying. But I guess that's gonna be it for today. Thank you all for hanging out, guys. Hopefully you at least, you know, learn something. Probably not about Pokemon today, but if you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications, and I will see you guys in the next one. If you guys are watching on Twitch, we are going to raid one of our friends, so stay tuned. If you're watching on YouTube, goodbye.